Hi. Hey, Facebook world. How is everyone doing this evening? Happy Sunday to everyone out there. My gosh, I really hope you guys were out in this beautiful weather today. Richmond and spring. It's amazing. If you've never been down here, or up here, I guess, wherever it is that you're from. In spring, you really ought to put us on your list. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. Today is May 19th, 2019. For those of you who don't know me or who are just catching this for the first time, my name is Kash and I am the accounting consultant attempting to bridge the gap between CPAs and small business owners. One of the ways I am attempting to do that in 2019 is to come on live every single day with a tip, a tidbit, or some food for thought. And today is Sunday. It is day 139. And the theme for Sundays has been hashtag starting Sundays. So if you're anything like me, you're sitting down on a Sunday evening, probably right around now after dinner, kind of looking at your to-do list for the next week, looking at your calendar, and trying to figure out how you can actually manage all of that. And so one of the things that we have started doing is kind of diving very deeply into Accounting 101, kind of going back to the basics and explaining what the basic building blocks of accounting are. And for the last, oh gosh, I think about 5 weeks, we have been breaking down the balance sheet. So I spoke about assets and liabilities, and just last week we were talking about owner's equity, different ways to leverage things, different ways to build your balance sheet, and obviously how to do so if you're using QuickBooks Online. So that's all great and that's wonderful. And now you have this piece of paper with a bunch of numbers and hopefully a bunch of categories. And we're just going to skip right over reconciliation and we're going to assume that all of the numbers are correct. And it's great, right? Now you have this wonderful balance sheet to add to your pile of papers. But that sucks. Like really candidly, right? Like, I mean, that's a really powerful piece of paper, and a lot of small business owners would love to actually leverage the information and kind of unlock the information that is in your balance sheet. And so I always do that. I put 3 links up here to kind of talk a little bit more about what it is that I'm speaking about today, and just kind of give you guys a little bit more information. But the real power in a balance sheet is twofold. One, it's in the order in which the balance sheet is put together, right? So current assets, current liabilities, these are things that will happen within the next year. Or another way of looking at it is funds that are available in the short term, so within the next year, stuff that you can grab and you can convert into money. And your current liabilities are things that you need to pay within the next year. If you take the ratio of those two numbers, current assets over your current liabilities, you get a power ratio. Okay, and what that basically does is, in a very quick, short, easy step, you can kind of gauge the liquidity and you can gauge the health of your business. It's almost like just going in for like a little checkup. You know, like if you when you go to the doctor for your yearly checkup, and they take your heartbeat and they take your pulse and they take your blood pressure, and they're like, okay, you know what? All your stats are good. You look good. It's cool. You know, we don't think anything's wrong with you. So that's kind of the same thing that you're doing when you do a quick power ratio using your current assets and your current liabilities. Now, the second way to really leverage your balance sheet is on the second half, which is your third half, your owner's equity, right? And the growth and the trend of your equity versus your distributions versus your retained earnings. And your retained earnings ultimately is the accumulation of all of the income and expenses that your business has provided. So in a very short, quick wrap up, those are the two ways that you can leverage your balance sheet. Click on these links. Gosh darn it. Click on these links and read these articles. They're really quick reads, but they go into all the detail that I've covered in the last 5 weeks pretty succinctly, and also gives you a couple of different and fun ideas on how you can start leveraging your balance sheet a little bit more. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my Making Monday tip. Bye, guys.